Hey, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new FIFA 18 Ultimate Team player review. Today we're going to be looking at one of my favourite icons on this game. It is the Prime Patrick Kluivert. That's right, 91 rated Kluivert is now available on the game with 86 pace, 83 dribbling, 88 shooting, 80 passing and 82 physical. So 5 stats there above 80, which is pretty impressive. He is 6'2" with the perfect high-low work rates for a striker. He's right-footed with the 4-star skills and weak foot combo. So I've got a couple of different squads that I actually used him in. This one right here, he plays as a left striker in a bit of a mixed squad, a hybrid between the Premier League, the La Liga and the Calcio A as well. However, he really deserves his spot in my main mega squad right here, which is jam-packed full of icons and even the odd team of the year in there as well. He plays up front with Ronaldinho in what is one of the more fun striking partnerships that I've used on this game this year. It really was a lot of fun using those two together. So moving on into the in-game stats then. What can we expect from Prime Kluivert? This is supposed to be the best version, right? So I'm hoping for good things. And I don't really think I'm let down, you know, there's lots of green stats right there. Today I've gone with the engine chemistry style. I feel like just looking at his dribbling stats with the engine chem style on, boosting that agility to, well, only 81, but more importantly the balance up to 87, his ball control and dribbling themselves, as well as his reaction time. I think that's quite important, of course. I'm already happy with the shooting stats that this guy's got. No need to really boost it, in my opinion. So, moving on in to the clips, you're going to see all the goals that I was able to score with the Dutchman, and we can talk pros and cons. Now, a little bit biased because I do really like this icon, but there are actually a couple of negatives, so I'm not going to go down the route of just saying he's the perfect player, because he's not, you know. There are definitely areas of his game which aren't as good as other players on FIFA 18. And firstly, agility. You know, we boosted it somewhat with the engine chem style, but you can tell from time to time that Kluivert can get a little bit sort of bogged down and be a little bit sluggish, which is unfortunate, but it just means that he doesn't necessarily turn as quick as you want it to. More importantly, boosting up the balance so that he stays on his feet was an important thing to do, and I think a very helpful thing for us to do. So yeah, it's just something to bear in mind. And then of course stamina is like 79, so it's not the greatest. You're always going to get the most out of this player in the first sort of 2/3 of the game, and for the last, you know, that last third and maybe even into extra time, Kluivert starts to tire and maybe won't feel quite so quick, because that leads me on to the first positive. You know, this man is very, very fast. With the chem style that we've used today, we've managed to boost both his acceleration and overall sprint speed to really, really usable levels. Like, he seems pacey to me, and he's a 6'2" striker, which is relatively bulky and holds a lot of strength about him. So it's not necessarily, I don't really feel like Kluivert should necessarily be the quickest of players on this game. So it's actually pretty useful when you do get on the ball with him and realise, oh, you know what, there's a little bit of pace here. And then what I like a lot about this player is, of course, the fact that he's very well positioned. Can't get really much better than the high-low work rates when you're an out-and-out striker, and that's what I want from him. I want him to be on the last shoulder of the defender, basically just hovering up top, you know, getting in behind, and that's what he does oh so well. And it arrives at the back post here, obviously for a nice header, and he does that a couple of times as well. But it's not just well positioned and, you know, arriving at it late in the box at the right time. Get the ball to this guy and you'll realise just how good his first touch is and overall sort of movement with the ball at his feet. Like I said, there is a slight issue with agility, so yeah, he might not turn as quick as a 94 player of the month Aguero. Obviously we're not expecting that, but he does move he's very classy on the ball, and of course having great ball control and great dribbling and the 4-star skills to work with, I just really enjoy being on the ball with him, trying to make space for myself, because he's got the various tools to help himself do that. His short passing is another area of his game which was really, really impressive. We boosted it, of course, with Engine today, play, and it helps when you're playing a two-striker formation. Like I said, a lot of my games here were played with either FUTWIZ Musa up front with Kluivert, or of course Ronaldinho. It's nice to be able to have a little bit of chemistry between those two players. Quick 1-2 passes to then get through on goal, take that shot, and as you can see, a lot of them are flying into the back of the net. It's going to cause it's going to help him get assists, but more importantly, it's going to help him get that 1-2 to then go on and score the goal for himself. His strength is another area of his game which is seriously solid. You know, we've got a very strong version of Patrick Kluivert here. So really, what you've got is a pacey, tall striker that has 4-star skills and weak foot, moves on the ball very well, is nice and strong, is very well positioned because of his work rates, and most importantly, knows where the back of the net is. With the left foot, with the right foot, low driven, powerful shot into the top corner, whip it round with a finesse, it's going to fly into the back of the net a lot when you're using him. So yeah, I really do enjoy Prime Patrick Kluivert. I think he's very well priced for the caliber of icon that he is, and generally I love him. So there's my very positive review of the Prime icon Patrick Kluivert. Let me know, guys, is he right for your ultimate team? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.